I've got a brother and a sister. For 18 years, my parents had the master bedroom, my siblings shared the second room, and I slept on the balcony. So when my parents finally decided to upgrade to a 4-bedroom house, I cried tears of pure joy. After the housewarming party, we picked our rooms. My parents took the master suite. My brother, Ross, grabbed the room next to theirs. My sister, Mia, smiled and moved into the north-facing bedroom. I was so excited I practically ran toward the last room, but Mia stopped me. Alex, wrong way. Your room's over there. She pointed to the balcony. My beat-up wooden bed was already waiting there, just like always. That's when it hit me. The problem was never the size of the house. It was my place in their hearts. I stood frozen as the rest of them piled into the last room. Now a game room. Mia squealed with delight. Ross ran his hand over his new sneaker shelf. My mom held up a fancy ergonomic chair for my dad. Finally, I don't have to work at the dining table, he said, sounding touched. Thanks, Mom. We love you, they chorused. I watched them through the doorway. A perfect, happy family, while tears streamed down my face. Even after 10 years on the balcony, even in this new house, there was still no room for me. An hour later, the novelty of their new space wore off, and they trickled out. They finally noticed me, still standing in the same spot, my eyes red and puffy from crying. Mia, as oblivious as ever, walked over and poked my arm. What's your deal, Alex? Did the new house fry your brain or what? Ross let out a short laugh, but it died when he met my gaze. He stepped over, trying to sound generous. Look, if you really hate the balcony that bad, I guess we could switch. Before I could say a word, my parents shot him down in unison. Absolutely not. You're studying for your grad school exams. You need proper rest. A bitter ache washed over me, so they knew. They knew sleeping on the balcony meant no real rest. But I have my college entrance exams coming up, I whispered, my voice so quiet I could barely hear it. I thought that might make them feel guilty, but their faces didn't change. You've done it for 10 years. You're used to it, my mom said. Your brother isn't. My dad's stern stare felt like a reprimand. He's a light sleeper, Alex. You know that. My mom jumped in, scolding me. Honestly, this boy, always comparing everything. You're being so immature. The tears I just held back came flooding back, hot and unstoppable. Immature. How much more mature could I be? There were 3 of us kids, and I wasn't even the oldest, but I was the only one who ever did chores. Even during my middle school finals, when I studied till midnight, I still had to wash the dishes, do the laundry, and mop the floors. With Ross's offer shot down, all eyes turned to Mia. She shrieked instantly. If you even think about making me sleep on the balcony, I'll make sure none of you get a wink of sleep, ever. My mom stroked her hair, looking at her like she was a precious gem. Don't worry, my little princess. We'd make anyone sleep out there before you. That's more like it, Mia said, smug. I'll let you off the hook this time. No need to call Grandma and Grandpa to complain. I stood my ground, refusing to move my stuff to the balcony. The hallway was so tense you could cut it with a knife. I wanted to turn around and walk out, leave it all behind, but I forced the feeling down. 8 years living as a guest at my aunt's house had left me desperate for a real home. Even if this family didn't care about me like I'd hoped, at least it was mine. At least I wasn't some charity case crashing at someone else's place. I swallowed my hurt and resentment, then tried one last time, my voice shaking. But what about the last room? Can I just stay there for a little while? No, all 4 of them said it at once. The last tiny flicker of hope I had for their love died right then. I let out a furious roar, sweeping my arm across the dining table. The pyramid of soda cans we'd built crashed to the floor, clattering and spilling everywhere. If that's how it is, I choked out, my eyes burning, then there's no reason for me to be in this house at all. I grabbed my beat-up duffel bag and stormed out. No backward glance, no goodbyes. Just as I reached the elevator, a hand clamped down on the back of my collar. Stop right there! Where do you think you're going? My dad yelled, his face purple with rage.